First drift event in the new house. I think it's about time we take this off. We can't be showing up at a new event with last event's banner. So as the oil's draining right now, I'll explain what was going on at the last event. So I wasn't in the clearest state of mind. I was stressed out from the car braking. The rear end felt loose laterally, but it felt grippy longitudinally or forwardly, I don't know. What I was doing is my instinct was just crank up the front, crank down the rear, just add generic grip. But what that was doing is I was adding a ton of forward bite and it was adding no rear bite because I was still too high of a PSI. So I was just angling out, getting stuck at angle and bogging because it didn't have the power to shoot forward with how much chassis grip I put in it. I'm going to loosen up the front so the front end isn't so snappy. I'm gonna add a little bit of shock back to the rear so it doesn't squat so hard and want to rocket ship forward, so it'll be a more smooth arc. And I'm also going to add a bit more toe out in the front. No funnel needed. Oh. All right, I just washed the car. I'm either gonna slip because the floor is soapy and wet, or I'm gonna pull the car in by myself. All right, here we go. First drift event at the new house. We're just 10 minutes away from OSW, which is nice, since we're leaving a little late. It's so cold outside. Car is not happy. So, we're on our way to OSW and my fuel pump just died. We're stuck on the side of the road. This sucks. Oh my God. I was doing a U-turn and the car just shut off. It started again. I jiggled the fuel pump wires and I kept clicking the fuel switch on and off again and it just turned on. So maybe one of the, I feel like when I turned the corner something slid and landed on the fuel pump line, the fuel pump wires. Like something in the trunk hit it and it made it come loose. I'm not gonna question it. All right, we have fuel pressure again. I guess we're going. That was scary. It just cut off on me in the middle of the road. I had to push it to the side of the road. Oh man, this thing really is trying to get me to sell it today. What an asshole, he just went around me. But it did it 2 more times. I think the fuel pump wire is loose into the fuel pump because I jiggled it and it started working again. But man, this thing is really trying to get sold today. All right, we passed tech. We got B class again. We made it in time. We limped this thing here. And I was just taking the fuel pump apart and I bumped this and it's this ground. This ground right here is loose. And it's making the fuel pump not ground out. This is the fuel pump ground, so there's our problem. Easy fix. No bad pump. First lap out. I made a new ground for the fuel pump, so now it should be working right. That was stressful. I just finished the car, and my run group started like 1 minute ago, so I was just in time. Track looks slick. not the warmest thing in the world. The setup this time around feels a lot more controllable. Last time I had the chassis on like kill mode for some reason. I was just like, I need all the grip, I need all the grip. But it was making me compromise in my driving because it just had too much grip for what power it makes. So I was overdriving the car. I have it at a very neutral setup right now, and it feels nice and flowy. I was able to like transition smoothly and not like snap around, snap back and forth, and like have to clutch kick over and over again and be abusive to the drivetrain to keep the wheel speed up. It actually had the power for this setup, so good break-in lap. Bumper thing is like keeping the car very cool. It's not even at 160 degrees after hot lapping it twice. Like the coolant temp is 159 after 2 hot laps. That's crazy. Lap. Woo! There's another 3-valve here. There's a lot of 3-valves here. I've seen like 3 or 4 of them. Good thing mine isn't here. Don't want to show them all up with my 3-valve. Alright, this time I'm going to work on not using handbrake. I'm relying on handbrake too much. Golly! Stop over rotating on it. I'm overcooking it through there. Good lap. They've developed a clunk. time is it?
It's almost 2.
What time does it end?
2.
Oh, it is 2.
Yeah.
Is my driving good?
Yeah, you're really good.
Oh yeah, it's over. Alright, here we go. Second session time. I dropped the rear tire PSI quite a bit. We were at 24 hot. I dropped it down to 18 hot. So we should have a bit more side bite and forward bite. There's a Charger Hellcat with like a black and red camo wrap on it behind me drifting. I've never seen a Charger drift before. That's funny. I wonder if it's good. And there's a 3-valve behind me too. He let me in line. He knew I was one of his 3-valve brothers. Were so cold. My fronts were like ice when I tried to initiate. I had no front grip. That was my worst lap of the night. Golly. I'm getting tired. I woke up early today. I woke up at 8 a.m. I gotta get some redemption on that last entry. That last entry was pitiful. That kind of made up for it. Tires have some heat in them now, so they're actually gripping. My throat hurts. There's Jabe. Love Jabe. Love the R32. That 3-valve was chopping hard. I want to get cams. Should I get cams for 3-valve? It sounds so sick. very good either. This M5 is so cool. He's running 4 deep in it. And it's an actual M5. It's got like a screaming V10. I'm gonna go back to driving smooth and conservative. I'm not trying to go crazy because I got best results when I was just driving not at my limit. I was driving at 10 tenths. I'm gonna bring it down to like 6. Just gonna chill. Great lap. Good lap. But the Hellcat's in front of me. It's an automatic. I'm really curious on what he's gonna do. If he's gonna like actually flick it in, or if he's just gonna like power over that thing. He's actually shredding. He's left foot braking all of it. Oh, there he goes. That's pretty good for an automatic like Hellcat. It's kind of shredding. Dude, this sun is killing me. my goodness. I've done 2 laps since they opened grid, and it's been an hour. I'm getting 1 lap every half hour. That's how long the line is now. I got blinded by the sun on my last lap. Yeah. I think we're gonna wrap it. The event is pretty much over. And I'm so tired. It's too packed. I got blinded by the sun. Did that look weird?
My video didn't come out that good either.
I tried to initiate and I couldn't see and it distracted me and then I almost went in the barrier. Will you hold it? My hood trap. Alright boys, well that's it. Another pretty successful drift event. I didn't get A class. It's what I was really hoping for, but we just got to get it next time. I knew better than to leave this defrost panel in when I was drifting. I didn't want to get hit in the face again. We put it back in. We're all loaded back up. Got the reps nice and safe. Can't forget the reps. Never, never, never. We out. We left a little early, but it was getting too hectic. We still got a nice sunset. I'm gonna get me some Outback for my birthday. I'm gonna get some bloomin' onion. I'm getting some bloomin' onion and some Outback bread, and I'm gonna go to sleep. These shoes, the only casualty from the drift event are these shoes. These have been my driving shoes since I started drifting. And let me tell you, they're ripe. They stink so bad. I think it's about time we retire them, unfortunately. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys sticking through the struggle with me.